Don't give up is a simple phrase, but for a USA audience living a fast, high-pressure life, it carries a very deep and practical meaning. It means that no matter how tough things get, whether it's financial stress, career pressure, personal struggles, or emotional exhaustion, you keep going. You don't quit on yourself, and you don't walk away from your purpose just because things get hard. In a world where people are constantly chasing success, trying to meet expectations, and dealing with silent stress, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and think about giving up. But this message reminds you that difficult seasons are not permanent, they are part of the journey. The teachings of Jesus Christ emphasize faith, patience, and endurance, showing that strength is built during the hardest moments, not the easiest ones. Don't give up doesn't mean you won't feel tired or discouraged, it means you don't let those feelings stop you completely. You can slow down, you can take a break, but you don't quit your path. In real life, it means showing up even when you don't feel like it, trying again after failure, believing in yourself when others doubt you, and continuing forward even when results are not immediate. Many people give up right before their breakthrough, simply because they can't see progress yet. But growth is often happening behind the scenes, your mindset is getting stronger, your patience is increasing, and your resilience is building. This message is about understanding that success is not instant, and that persistence is what separates those who make it from those who don't. It also teaches you to trust your own journey instead of comparing it with others, because everyone's timing is different. When you truly live by "don't give up," you stop being controlled by temporary failures and start focusing on long-term growth. You become mentally stronger, emotionally stable, and more confident in your ability to handle challenges. In the end, it's not just about reaching. Don't give up goes even deeper when you start realizing that persistence is not just about reaching a goal, it's about building a mindset that can handle anything life throws at you. In a fast-paced environment like the United States, where competition is high and expectations are constant, many people feel pressure to succeed quickly. But real success doesn't happen overnight. The teachings of Jesus Christ remind us that patience and faith are just as important as effort. When you choose not to give up, you are training your mind to stay strong under pressure. You begin to handle stress better, you stop reacting emotionally to every setback, and you start thinking more clearly even in difficult situations. This is where real growth happens. You may not always see immediate results, but something powerful is changing inside you. You are becoming more disciplined, more focused, and more resilient. Don't give up also means trusting your own path, even when it looks different from others. In a society where people constantly compare careers, income, and achievements, it's easy to feel behind. But your journey is unique, and your timing is different. Staying consistent, even when progress feels slow, is what eventually creates long-term success. Another important part of this message is learning to separate temporary failure from permanent defeat. Failure is not the end, it's feedback, it's experience, and it's part of improvement. When you stop seeing failure as something negative, you stop fearing it, and that gives you the freedom to keep trying. Over time, this mindset builds confidence, not the kind that depends on winning every time, but the kind that comes from knowing you won't quit. And that confidence changes everything. You take bigger chances, you stay committed longer, and you become someone who can push through discomfort. In the end, don't give up is not just advice, it's a way of living that turns ordinary people into strong, determined individuals who. Don't give up reaches its most powerful level when you realize that persistence is shaping your identity, not just your results. In a high-pressure environment like the United States, people often measure success by quick outcomes, money, status, achievements, but what truly sets you apart is your ability to keep going when things are uncertain. The teachings of Jesus Christ remind us that strength is revealed in difficult seasons, when you choose faith over fear and consistency over comfort. When you don't give up, you are no longer just chasing success, you are becoming someone who is built for it. You start to develop emotional control, meaning you don't break down every time something goes wrong. You develop discipline, meaning you keep showing up even when motivation is low. And most importantly, you develop self-trust, where you believe in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. This changes how you approach life. Instead of avoiding challenges, you face them. Instead of quitting when things get uncomfortable, you lean into the discomfort and grow from it. Over time, this creates a mindset where setbacks don't stop you, they strengthen you. You begin to understand that delays are not denials, and struggles are not signs to quit, they are part of preparation. In a culture where comparison is constant, Don't Give Up also teaches you to stay focused on your own journey. Someone else's success doesn't mean you're failing, it just means your time is different. When you stay consistent and patient, your moment will come. And when it does, it will be backed by strength, experience, and resilience. Ultimately, Don't Give Up transforms you into a person who is steady under pressure, focused on long-term growth, and committed to their purpose no matter the obstacles. And once you become that person, success is no longer a question of if, it becomes a matter of when. Don't Give Up reaches its final and most powerful stage when you understand that your persistence doesn't just change your life, it impacts the lives of others around you. In a society like the United States, where people are constantly watching, learning, and being influenced by each other, your ability to keep going becomes an example. The teachings of Jesus Christ show that strength, faith, and endurance are not only personal qualities, but also a way to inspire and uplift others. When you refuse to quit, even during your hardest moments, you become proof that challenges can be overcome. People may not always say it, but they notice your consistency, your courage, and your resilience. Your journey starts to give hope to someone who is struggling silently, someone who is thinking about giving up. This is where your story becomes bigger than just your own success. You begin to lead by example, showing that it's possible to rise after failure, to stay strong under pressure, and to keep moving forward without losing faith. At this stage, Don't Give Up is no longer just something you tell yourself, it becomes a message you live every day. You carry it in your actions, your mindset, and your attitude toward life. You don't let temporary setbacks define you, and you don't let fear control your decisions. Instead, you stay committed to growth, to progress, and to becoming better than you were yesterday. Over time, this creates a life built on strength, purpose, and consistency. And the most powerful part is this: when you look back, you realize that the moments you wanted to quit were actually the moments that shaped you the most. Those were the turning points that built your character and prepared you for what was ahead. So, Don't Give Up is not just about reaching a destination, it's about becoming someone who can handle success, carry responsibility, and continue growing no matter what comes next. And once you reach this level, you are no longer just surviving life. Why?